make sure you have your Unit 7 note packet out and open up to 7.6. This lesson is going to focus on different concepts with percentages. You'll notice that the title says markup and discount. So let's start by asking ourselves, what is a discount? In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 concepts that you worked on as a 6th grader. Even if you weren't here at RMS last year, it was a Minnesota 6th grade standard to talk about these concepts. So discount, when I say that, what comes to mind? It's money you save. Now that we've reviewed what a discount is, we can refresh our mind on how we find it. Let's look at the first example in our notes. A $179 chair is on sale for 30% off. What is the amount of the discount? How do we find the value of the discount? Well, it's like taking a percent of a number when your discount is in that percentage form. We know that the discount is 30% of the original cost. So let's calculate that discount right there. 179 times 30%. Now, when we're calculating with percents, it's really nice to have them in the decimal form. So imagine where the decimal is in 30%, right there. We're going to back it up, back it up. When we do that, the percent sign comes off. So we have 179 times 30 hundredths. This is going to tell us the value of the discount. Go ahead and calculate that. I get 53.7. Now this is referring to money. Yes, we're talking about the amount of money that we're going to save. So first of all, money goes out to the hundredths place. What do we need to put in that room right there to represent that this is a money situation or a money value? A 0. So $53.70. Is that the cost of the chair? No, that's how much we get to save. Remember, a discount is a savings. Okay, so now to find the new sale price, including the discount, we are going to subtract the discount amount from the original amount. So the original amount was $179. Let's subtract our discount amount from that. So minus $53.70. Go ahead and calculate that value. I get that to equal, again, this is referring to money, $125. And again, my calculator just shows 0.3, but money goes out to the hundredths place, so we're going to annex a 0 there. There is the cost of the chair with the 30% savings. Over on the left-hand side of your notes, go ahead and write what is in red. When we are calculating a discount, if it's given in a percentage form and not an amount form, like an actual amount form, we're going to find the discount by taking the percent of a number, finding the part. Then also, right, when we have to calculate sale price, this term right here, that means we're going to subtract the discount amount from the original amount. Fill in those 2 pieces in red on the left-hand side of your notes. Then let's talk about the next part, which is sales tax. Let's take a moment to review sales tax. What do you remember about sales tax? Sales tax is an additional money you pay to help cover the cost of things we all use. Tax in general helps cover things like education, public schooling, healthcare, roads, and public transportation. Those are things that are all funded by tax. Let's look at the example in your notes referring to the Xbox game and practice calculating sales tax. How do we calculate sales tax? Well, we reminded ourselves of what sales tax is. It's an additional cost that we pay. So looking at our example in our notes, we have a new Xbox game is $49.95. The sales tax for the game is 6.875%. Now, sales tax varies on state, sales tax varies on the city, but we're going to use this percentage right now for this situation. Find the amount of tax. So when our value of tax is given in a percentage form, to find the amount of tax we have to pay, we're going to find a percent of a number. We're going to find the part. So let's do that. We have the cost, which is $49.95, and we have to pay an additional amount of 6.875% on that. Again, when we're working with percentages, we want to have them in decimal form. I can already see where the decimal is in this percent, so I'm going to back it up, back it up. When I do that, my percent sign comes off. So I'm going to take $49.95 and multiply that by 0.06875. This decimal is equivalent to this percentage. Go ahead and calculate that. How much are we going to pay in tax? I see that I'm going to pay, this is referring to money, 3.43. Money goes out to the hundredths place, so look at the digit that's in the hundredths room and then next door. Can you round that 3 up? Nope, the neighboring digit is a 4, so it's just going to stay. Here's what we're going to pay in tax. Sales tax is an additional amount you pay on certain goods. So what is the total price, including the tax? To calculate that, we're going to add the tax to the original cost, since tax is an additional amount. So the original cost was $49.95. We're going to add our $3.43 that we have to pay in tax. Go ahead and calculate that. What's going to be the final cost of that Xbox game? $53.38. So notice that the price went up, right? It started at $49.95 and it went up to $53.38. And that's because we had to pay sales tax on this item. And sales tax is an additional amount. We add the sales tax on to the original cost. Let's go ahead now, and in your notes, you're going to have to skip forward. We're going to pass over markup right now, so you'll have to turn your page and find the chunk that says, what are tips and how do we find them? Again, you're going to have to flip the page in your notes. What are tips? Not like, Ms. Kluver, I have a great idea of what you can do, not give us any homework. Not a tip like that where you're giving somebody advice. This type of tip is where you give additional money for a service, like a taxi ride, or getting a haircut, or getting food at a restaurant. Let's look at our example regarding Olive Garden. Your bill at Olive Garden comes to $18.74 before tax and tip. There's a 6.875% sales tax. How much is the tax? Let's start by calculating the tax for our meal. We need to take this percent of the cost of our meal. So it's 6.875% of our bill, $18.74. When we're working with percents, we want to get them in that equivalent decimal form. So back it up, back it up. My percent sign comes off. And what I'm going to type in my calculator is 0.06875 times $18.74. Go ahead and do that. I get a value of $1.29. Now, is this right here the cost of my meal? No, that's the tax that I have to pay. And we know tax is an additional amount. So now we need to take our tax and add it to our bill. So I'm going to do that over here. We have our $18.74, and we're going to add our tax, which is $1.29. And when we do that, what is the total now with tax included? $20.03. So that's what I'm going to put right here in this empty slot that says the total is now blank. $20.03. And you decide to leave a 15% tip. Tip is an additional amount that we pay for a service. So we need to take 15% of what amount? Is it of the bill or is it of the bill with tax included? It's of the bill with tax included. So let's now take 15% of our bill with tax included. Again, when we're working with percents, imagine where that decimal would be. We like to have them in that decimal form. So we're going to back it up, back it up. The percent sign comes off. And we have our equivalent decimal, 0.15 times $20.03. How much tip are you going to leave? Remember, money goes out to the hundredths place, so you're going to have to do some rounding. You're going to leave a $3 tip. Is this the answer to my final question? No, because if I go down here, it says How much do you pay for the meal, including tax and tip? So what am I going to do? Well, I already have a value that includes tax. I just need to take this value and make sure I include tip. So we're going to take our $20.03 and we're going to add what we're going to leave for a tip, which is $3. That's going to give us a total of $23.03. There is my final answer. And you know what? Ms. Kluber should probably put the money symbol with it. That's how much money I'm going to leave. And this value first includes tax, and then it includes tip. Pause the video if you need to fill in any more information in your notes.